Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I am on the Bulletin with the evening news. First, the headlines. President Droupadi Murmu confers 5th National Water Awards 2023. Deputy Chief Minister TR Zeliang says state government to amend Nagaland Land Acquisition and Requisition Act of 1965. Ayush Ministry highlights major advancements in first 100 days. And lead consultant of National Disaster Management Authority, Major General retired Sudhir Bahl calls for seismic-proof buildings for a resilient Nagaland. Now the news in detail. President Droupadi Murmu conferred the 5th National Water Awards 2023 in New Delhi today. The awards were presented to 38 winners in 9 categories. This includes Best State, Best District, Best Village Panchayat, Best Urban Local Body, Best Water User Association, and Best Civil Society. Speaking on the occasion, President Murmu said the government has provided tap water connections to over 78% rural households across the country under the Jal Jeevan mission. The president said when the mission was launched in 2019, only 17% rural households had access to safe water.
2019 में सरकार द्वारा जल जीवन मिशन का शुभारंभ किया गया है। इस मिशन की शुरुआत के समय केवल 17% ग्रामीण परिवार के पास टैप वाटर की सुविधा थी। आज 78% से अधिक परिवारों के पास नल से जल पहुंचा दिया गया है।
In the category of Best State, the first prize has been conferred upon Odisha and second prize to Uttar Pradesh. Gujarat and Puducherry jointly secured the third position. Meanwhile, in the Best District category, Tripura's Dhalai district was declared the winner in the Northeast Zone. Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge of National Highways, TR Zeliang, has said that the state government will amend the Nagaland Land Acquisition and Requisitions Act of 1965 specifically for national highway projects. He said the amendment will be adopted in line with the National Highway Act 1956 and RFCT LAAR Act 2013 in the upcoming State Assembly session. Mr. Zeliang said this during the project review meeting convened by the Union Ministry of Road, Transport and Highway at New Delhi yesterday. He referred to an earlier government notice for paying land compensation for all national highway projects, unlike in the past where only damage compensation was paid and land was provided for free, which led to numerous litigation on several projects. Addressing issues flagged by the Union Ministry, Mr. Zeliang cited land acquisition as the major challenge faced by the state to smoothly carry out works, highlighting the unique land holding system and rights accorded under Article 371A of the Constitution. On the Dimapur-Kohima 4-lane road, the minister said the project remains incomplete even after 8 years. Mr. Zeliang requested the Union Ministry to send an official technical team for on-spot verification and necessary action. The Union Ministry of Ayush has achieved significant advancements in its first 100 days. In a media briefing today in Kohima, Research Officer at Regional Ayurveda Research Center Dimapur, Dr. Vilas Gangurde, highlighted that the ministry organized over 14,000 Ayush-led health camps nationwide, surpassing the original target of 10,000 camps in 100 days to meet health care needs of the elderly. He said the Har Ghar Ayur Yog initiative has been started aimed at increasing the uptake of Ayurveda and yoga in communities. The ministry also founded 6 new centers of excellence to concentrate on cutting-edge traditional medicine research, teaching, and healthcare innovation, he said. Further, the ministry is also working to incorporate affordable Ayurvedic packages under the Ayushman Bharat PMJAY. Other achievements include tie-ups with global partners like Vietnam and Malaysia to promote traditional medicines. He said the ministry's achievements reflect its commitment to revitalizing traditional medicine systems and ensuring their integration into modern healthcare. Dr. Gangurde added the initiatives implemented in Nagaland will not only enhance public health but also preserve and promote the rich heritage of traditional medicine. This is Akashvani Kohima giving you the news. For quick news update, follow us on our X handles AIR News Alerts and AIR_Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and our YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Lead consultant of National Disaster Management Authority, Ministry of Home Affairs, Major General Retired Sudhir Bahl said to have a resilient Nagaland, the state should have buildings that are seismic proof. For this, the promulgation of the Seismic Building Code is extremely essential, he said. Addressing media persons in Kohima today, Mr. Bahl said it is necessary to sensitize the people that buildings constructed are seismic proof for their good.
We must realize that if we are looking at a resilient Nagaland, we must have buildings that are seismic proof, for which the promulgation of a seismic building code is extremely essential. I understand that because of community ownership of land, this has had some public opinion issues. But it is my request that through the media, we sensitize the people that it is for their own benefit that whatever buildings are constructed are seismic proof so that, God forbid, if there's an earthquake, we have minimal losses.
He also emphasized that community response is better off of the initial response in mitigating any disaster eventualities.
We must realize community response is the bedrock of initial response. And unless the community is empowered, it will be a situation which is best avoided. To that extent, the municipal department needs to get intimately involved in this and ensure that the municipal and the village disaster management plans are made and include community response in an organized manner. In this, the emergency support function, quick reaction teams like those of the medical department, the fire and emergency services departments, and the PW department also need to be factored in.
Earlier today, a tabletop exercise of the Nagaland Emergency Preparedness Exercise (NEPEX) was held with all line departments and stakeholders. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority will conduct the NEPEX on Thursday. The event is carried out every year to test the state's capability to respond to any event of disaster. Chief Minister TR Zeliang today convened a meeting of the State Level Education Committee with the School Education Department. In a social media post, Mr. Zeliang said the meeting discussed strengthening the state's education system and enhancing its performance. The Chief Minister affirmed the commitment for a more inclusive education framework for Nagaland's future. Union Minister of State for Law and Justice Arjun Ram Meghwal is on a 2-day visit to Seminole District. Upon his arrival today, the minister held an interactive session with representatives of civil society organizations, NGOs, GBs, VCC and SHGs at the DC office. During the meeting, the minister reiterated Prime Minister Narendra Modi's commitment for overall development of all departments across the state. He emphasized upon financial inclusion and called upon investments in the state under corporate social responsibility, as well as highlighted various centrally sponsored schemes. The minister will meet with officials of various departments in the district tomorrow. The Liquor and Drugs Destruction Board Excise Department today seized liquor and drugs worth 43 lakh rupees. The destroyed items include over 25,000 bottles of assorted IMFL, 2,100 capsules of Spasmo-Proxivon, and 821 grams of heroin. Altogether, 623 persons have been arrested. Commissioner of Excise H. Atoke Aye commended the personnel for the huge seizures made. Mr. Aye said, even with limited manpower, the personnel have performed their duties diligently and encouraged them to continue to work sincerely. And now to end the news, the headlines once again. President Droupadi Murmu confers 5th National Water Awards 2023. Deputy Chief Minister TR Zeliang says state government to amend Nagaland Land Acquisition and Requisition Act of 1965. Ayush Ministry highlights major advancements in first 100 days. And Lead Consultant of National Disaster Management Authority, Major General Retired Sudhir Bahl calls for seismic-proof buildings for a resilient Nagaland. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Have a pleasant night.